Hello, everyone. Ann LeRay here at the filling station with another episode on bridging foods and meds. So, in our last episode, we talked about mindset. We're kicking off a brand new program here. Thank you to Carolina East that is supporting the funding for us to be able to do this. So thank you, Carolina East, for that. There are actually 6 different modules that are a part of this program. Mindset was first. We had a great conversation about mindset using 3 Circles Living book by Todd Burrier. And today we are back talking about gut health. So, Marcy, we're going to talk about gut health.
Sounds good.
So we were joking around with each other earlier, so that's the reason we're a little giddy. And hey, I hope that you're having some joy in your life, that you've laughing, because it is scriptural. Laughter is good medicine. So if you haven't laughed in a while, make sure you grab a friend and get some laughter into your diet. Let's get back to gut health. All right. Well, hey, we're using the laughter muscles to really, get the gut going.
Stir it up.
How many times have we heard about gut health in the past few weeks or a few months?
Yeah.
Years.
It's
oh my gosh.
becoming a big topic, a really, really big topic these days.
Yeah.
And people are realizing how connected the gut is to your health. So let's discuss it.
Yeah. Why? Why gut health? Why is it important?
Well, if you don't know, the gut, when they talk about the gut, they're talking about your digestive tract.
Mm-hmm.
So you have, when you're talking about gut health, you want to know about the good bacteria and the bad bacteria that live in your digestive tract. Mm-hmm. And you want the good to be better than the bad. Mm-hmm. So you kind of think of it as a garden. Right? So you have your beautiful flowers. Mm-hmm. Those are your good bacteria. Mm-hmm. Or you have your weeds. That's the bad bacteria. So mm-hmm. everyone wants to have more flowers, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important. The word gut microbiome might be mm-hmm. coming out a lot about mm-hmm. these days mm-hmm. in topics. And mm-hmm. that more or less is really just what the living bacteria is called. Okay. So that's what the big term is called, gut microbiome.
When people are dealing with cancer treatment, I always hear them talking about, before I have a treatment, they're dealing with their white blood cells and red blood cell count. So they're always having to address that. And, you've got to make sure that you've got your healthy offsetting, your unhealthy. So this is kind of what...
Same thing.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
What we're talking about.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
gut health.
Bottom line on that is weeds are considered bad. Right? We want to choke out the weeds. And then we want more flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Want more flowers. Yeah, I love that. I really, really love that. So, why does it matter?
All right. Well, your gut, first of all, it digests your food. You absorb nutrients. People could eat healthy, but if they don't have the right bacteria in their digestive tract, mm-hmm. then they can't absorb the nutrients, and they're not getting anything from that healthy food. Mm-hmm. So, that's one of the main reasons why you need to do that. It also supports 70% of your immune system is in your gut. So
do you know how long the intestine is? I mean, it's pretty long.
It is very long, yes. Not as long as a horse's, though. I know that.
Wow. And you think about how it's pretty compact in our bodies.
In this little area,
yeah,
right. Yes.
Making sure that we have the right things going in to keep it.
That bacteria, the good bacteria, more than the bad bacteria. Yes. So another thing also is that it impacts your mood, your your gut actually is connected to your brain. So it sends chemicals and what else was that? Nerves. So there's nerves and there is chemicals that are sent from your gut to your brain. And that's why people say, oh, you had butterflies when you're nervous, or you have a gut feeling. Those are real things. So
that major nerve, it's called, what's that major nerve? Is it the vagus?
The vagus nerve. Yes.
Have you actually looked at a picture?
Yes.
Of how amazing the vagus nerve is and how it reminds you of a garden.
Right.
The roots.
With the roots, yeah. I've seen that.
I read a book recently about the tree, the Garden of Eden, and how that tree of life, I mean, that started in Genesis. And so, how that, when you look at the anatomy of the body and how, we were created and how it nourishes from the brain all the way to the gut. Wow.
Big connection.
I think all of us could use a little bit lifting in our mood, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, attending to the digestion is huge.
It is very big, right? And it's really not that difficult. So, as we will discuss later.
Okay. Anything else about why it matters?
It reduces inflammation and reduces your risk for disease. So
important.
That's very important. Very, very important.
Yeah. So preventative.
Yes.
Versus reactive. So, we talked about in the last episode, there's a price to pay, whether you're going to pay it on the front end or the back end.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but I do. I've had a lot of conversations with you. I'd much rather pay on the front end because things compound in the positive direction. They also compound in the negative direction. So, yeah, we all could learn more about how to reduce inflammation. There's not a day that goes by that I don't see something online, article, a chronic illness. I mean, it's all over the news, all over the news. So, yeah. So the gut. I mean, that's where it's happening. What are some signs of poor gut health?
Okay. Well, now these are symptoms that you can have. Now, if you have, everyone has these every once in a while,
right?
But if they are chronic, if they happen a lot for ongoing period of time, then you really should be looking at your gut health. But some symptoms that you would have would be bloating or gas. You could have constipation. You could have diarrhea. You could have brain fog where just things aren't real clear.
These are signs.
These are signs.
Yeah.
You could have some skin issues like acne or eczema. And you are sick frequently.
Those are just some, hey, waving the white flag.
Like something might be going on here. Something might be wrong. Let's concentrate on improving the good bacteria.
It's kind of like the caution light. Coming up on the stoplight, caution light. Might want to pay attention to what's happening. Coming into the cross.
They say
walk
that
there.
they say that symptoms are a blessing.
Yeah.
When you're getting sick, those early symptoms are a blessing for you to pay attention to your health.
Okay. How about how are we going to improve our gut health? What are some ways that we can do that?
Okay, well,
starting today.
Yeah. There's lots of easy things. First, you could start by eating some healthy foods. Like, for instance, you want to do whole foods. So fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. Now, whole grains, you want all three parts of the grain.
Yeah.
When you start using refined grains like white rice or white bread, all you're getting is that one part, which is the starch.
Mm-hmm.
And you're missing out on the fiber and the vitamins and minerals. So that's why you want a whole grain, and that would be like oats or brown rice or quinoa. Those are some examples. Barley, which isn't very common, but those are some of the whole grains. The healthy fats, you would want avocado, olive oil, nuts, seeds like chia seeds, flax seeds. You know, you can sprinkle those over anything you want. Salads, yogurt, anything like that.
Okay.
Some other things, other ways you can improve your gut health is you can add fiber. You want to do it slowly if you haven't had a lot of fiber in your diet. But that would be apples are a very good way to get fiber. Beans. Trying to think what other some good oats, like I had said before. So, and fiber actually feeds it's the fuel for your bacteria. So that's why fiber is so important. So that's another way. You can introduce fermented foods. So that would be yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut. My favorite is kombucha. So, which is a fermented tea. You know, I try to drink one a day. I make my own, so I know there's not a lot of added sugar. So that's something you do have to check if you're going to buy those at the store. Is look at the label. They do tend to put a lot of sugar in some of those. So, but they're delicious. Once you get used to that flavor, it's I don't know what you want to call it, the fermentation. They're very good. So,
and filtered water.
Right, filtered water if you make it at home. Yep. You can want to drink plenty of water to help your gut. You want to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 160 pounds, you want 80 ounces of water a day. And you'd like to start your day with water. Yeah. That's another big deal. Go for that glass of water before you have that cup of coffee.
And one thing I have found too is having something that you can clearly measure, like a cup that you use that you know that this cup holds 20 ounces and I need to make sure that I do, 6 of these to make sure I meet my goal. And one thing that I have found that helped me is, of course, when you start drinking a lot of water, it takes a while to, because you're going to the restroom.
Right.
And so one thing that's helped me is when you do go to the restroom, you fill your water bottle back up. So it's just kind of, I need to do that to fill up. And eventually it won't be that.
Correct.
Your body will just all of a sudden need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes you so you're not as hungry as well. So there's a bonus in that.
Yeah.
So
these cravings that we hear people talking about. Let's talk about cravings and
for sugar cravings.
Just I've got to have a like whatever, like a pizza, or you're talking about it helps hunger.
Right, yes. So if that's what the more you're drinking for water purposes, you feel full. And that really, really can help with those cravings.
Yeah.
So that's good. You should also reduce your sugar and your processed foods, because sugar does feed the bad bacteria. So the more sugar you have, you're going to throw that balance in the wrong direction. You're start going to have the more bad than the good. So that is a big one. You also should manage stress. So you want to do 5 to 10 minutes a day if you can. Just take a quick walk. If you want to start some breathing exercises, if you want to do a little prayer meditation at night, just manage your stress.
Yeah, don't watch this wild movie right before you go to bed.
Right.
That's probably not a good idea.
Right.
Your gut is not going to appreciate that.
Right. And you do want to get good sleep.
Yeah.
That's another big one.
Yeah.
And all you want to do with that is, try to set up a bed routine. Try to go to bed around the same time every night. Try to get up around the same time every day. It really, really affects how well you sleep
And
when your
shut
body.
off all electronics,
All
maybe an hour
electronics.
before.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't drink caffeine,
Yeah.
anytime. Well, some people it affects a lot more than others, but most people do not want to have caffeine after,
Yeah.
after 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So that helps with the sleep.
So what are some simple steps? Somebody is watching this video and they're like, "Oh, that sounds like a lot of things I need to change."
Yeah. Oh, it's not.
But
little things,
just little things,
simple things.
What are some simple things?
Drink some water first thing when you get up. Go to bed at the same time every single night. Try to take a walk, 5 to 10 minute walk every day, and do it consistently. If you do it consistently, that is what is going to change.
Yeah.
So, did I leave anything else off?
Veggies.
We can add some veggies.
Really,
yes.
Yeah, and I love this picture here. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful picture of some beets and some red cabbage and some red peppers and lemons. And, I think in our world today, we are moving so quickly that we feel like that the time that it takes to put a meal together, you don't have time to do that. What I've learned recently is how important it is to be diverse in what your body processes. All different types of things, because if it gets used to either the same workout routine or the same types of foods, then your body is not energized. That gut just kind of stays
stagnant.
Yeah. So, being diverse in your veggies.
Right. And add a fermented food.
Yeah.
One a day. Just one a day,
Yeah. It really is a lot simpler than we think.
Yes.
Yeah. So in closing, what would we like to share as
just to be aware of the issue of your gut. And see if any of those symptoms that we mentioned were ongoing, are something that you need to pay attention to. And then maybe just take a couple of those things that we just mentioned for the steps and try it out. Keep it simple. Don't stress over it, and do it consistently.
Well, we've created put together a checklist. And I think, people love it to have a checklist. And so we will be posting the checklist along with this video. It comes from the Good Energy book by Casey Means.
Yes.
And so it is a very simple checklist. We've both done it. Tabulates all different areas. And it really helps you to see where you need to tweak. I've always heard that if you don't know where you are, then you really don't know where you're going. And it's so much easier to track something when you actually have, a starting point. And so we'll make sure that the link goes under the description here, so you can tap on that link and go ahead and fill out the checklist there. And we're excited about bringing you more information. The next one that we will be addressing is importance of balance. And so that really opens up, physical balance, mental balance, digestion balance, just balance in general. And the body was meant to heal itself. Certainly we do need some assistance. That's why we're rolling this project out, bridging foods and meds. It's not black and white, or it's not either or, but it all has to work together, right?
And balance.
And balance.
The importance of balance.
Well, Marcy, thank you so much. You have done a tremendous job as putting together these educational pieces. And in addition to these podcasts, we're also going to be having some on-site seminars coming soon. So be looking out for those dates where you can come and actually interact with the community, learn more, taste some things.
Ask questions.
Ask questions. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining Marcy and I for this this session, and we look forward to bringing you the next module, Importance of Balance. For more information, please visit our website, fillingstation1075.com, and also make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Filling Station 1075, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. We appreciate you joining us today. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.